Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Lewis and Lowbacca, and we're here to read you a story. If you remember, right before we left school, we were talking about different fairy tales, different fairy tale books, and we read quite a few. Well, Miss Lewis found this book at the library, and it's one version of Jack and the Beanstalk that I have never read or heard before. It's called A Bean, a Stalk, and a Boy Named Jack. And I'm really excited to read this one to you tonight. This one is by William Joyce. Now let's get into it. You ready, Lowbacca? A bean, a stalk, and a boy named Jack. Oh, I like how it starts. It starts like all of our fairy tale stories would start. You ready? Lay down. Once upon a time, there was a smallish green bean, regular as they come, the last one out of the pod. And if you look way down there, you can see him. He's pretty cute. And the bean, he's cute. He's got a little smile. Did it look like a bean that would make a difference? Did it look like a bean of destiny? Hardly. But, you know, things can happen. There was also a smallish kid with the smallish name of Jack. He had a smallish mom and a smallish dad, a smallish cow, and a smallish farm. That's about it. No great shakes. But like I said, things can happen. Or rather, they didn't. As in, it didn't rain for so long that the crops dried up, and the wells dried up, and the rivers and the lakes, and the moats and the bird baths, so that people were thirsty, the fish were uncomfortable, the birds were unbathed, and the king's royal pinky had become stinky. And if you look in the picture, the little bubble says, and you can see the king's toe, it says, "I require that my pinky be made unstinky." And he's talking about his little pinky toe, his little baby toe. Since there was no water to be had, everyone in the kingdom had to cry enough tears so the king could wash his pinky. Now that the king's name was King blah blah blah, and he had a daughter who was Princess blah blah blah, and she was so embarrassed that her dad was making everyone in the entire kingdom cry that she went to the local old wizard guy and said, "Please, please, please do something magical." The local old wizard guy did some reading. He did some thinking. He did some drawing. He did some mathing. He did some magicking. Are these real words? Do we do mathing in school? Is that something we do? Or are they being silly? And you know, things started to happen. So it looks like Jack found the bean. "Hey, it was a smallish magic bean," said the bean. "Hi, I'm a smallish regular kid," said Jack. "Well, let's do something big," suggested the bean. "Okay," replied Jack. And then it says, "I like your style, Jack. back at you, Bean, said Jack to the bean. All we need to do is dig a hole, put me in it, smooth the dirt, drip 1 drop of water, and repeat some magic words 3 times, said the bean. And Jack says, I'll give it a go. And the bean says, wow, those are the magic words. So, a hole was dug, the bean was planted, the dirt was smoothed, a drip of water was dropped, and Jack said, give it a go, give it a go, give it a go. Good luck, Bean. Back at you, Jack. And things began to happen! Wow, that's a big happen. Look at that. That's a lot of beanstalk, Lowbacca. It's really big, buddy. It's bigger than a cow. Keep it going, Bean. I think I see something. You've got it, Jack. They're way over here. They're going up really high. Interesting pipes, Bean. Giant pipes, Jack. So they're going up really high in the air and they see these really big pipes. I don't know what they are for, but the bean said they're giant pipes. And then Jack says, giant house, Bean. And the bean says, big bubbles, Jack. Give me a little help, Bean. And the bean says, all right, Jackaroony. So it looks like some big, huge bubbles are coming out of a giant bathtub. The big bubbles were coming from a really big bathtub in which there sat, guess who? Hey, I'm a smallish giant kid named Dawn. And then Jack says, hey, I'm a smallish regular kid named Jack. This is funny. There's a giant little boy taking a bath. Oh my goodness. So Dawn, yeah, Jack, I've been in the tub long. Yeah, a long time. My pinky was stinky. Wow, that seems to be going around. So the little boy's pinky was stinky too. Look at that. Suddenly there was a giant knock, knock, knock on the door. Dawn! Yeah, Mom? You've been in there forever. Gee, Dawn, I guess you gotta go. Yeah, but first let me help you with that toe. So look what Jack does. Jack gets his giant-sized little toothbrush and scrubs that pinky toe. It's funny what a big deal a little toe can be. You think, Jack? Trust me, Dawn. Because you remember back in the kingdom where Jack's from, the king was making everyone cry to clean his pinky. And Dawn, yeah, Jack, maybe turn off the faucet. Good idea, Jack. I wonder if the bathtub using up all that water has anything to do with the fact that that kingdom didn't have any water. I don't know. Let's find out. And then Jack told Dawn goodbye and rub-a-dub-dub his way home. Do you think they might have something to do with each other? The trip was a bit draining, but then Jack found his old pal. So there's Jack coming out of the pipe, and he ran back into Bean. There's Bean right there. It looks like Jack's coming out of the beanstalk, riding Bean all the way down. Back at the castle, the local old wizard guy announced with some satisfaction, Your Highness, may I present a bean, a stalk, and a boy named Jack. And before the king could say, hey there, hi there, ho there, his pinky was unstinky. So now they finally are getting water. And the king's toe got cleaned. What a day, said the old wizard guy. What a bean, said Jack. What a boy, said the bean. I'm thirsty, said the bean. I'm Princess Blah Blah, said the princess. But you can call me Jill. Well, Jill, want to fetch a pail of water for my pal? Asked Jack. Sounds fun, said Jill. And so... Uh-oh, that sounds like another story I might know. They did. The end. Sort of. What do you think about this version of the story, Jack and the Beanstalk? Do you like it? Tell Miss Lewis what you think. Good night.